Menglong's male stand-in leaked. Yang Qianxi's concert features a disturbing ritual in the world of celebrity. Secrets rarely stay buried. Cameras are everywhere, fans notice everything, and one small leak can ignite a wildfire across the internet. This week, two separate events involving Chinese entertainment stars exploded into controversy, leaving fans stunned and social media buzzing with theories. What started as an ordinary production leak suddenly collided with footage from a massive concert, and the result was a storm no one expected. The first spark came from a set that was supposed to be closed to outsiders. Actor Menglong, known for his calm screen presence and elegant historical drama roles, was filming scenes for an upcoming costume drama in a quiet studio complex outside Hangzhou. Production crews had taken the usual precautions. Phones were restricted, security guards monitored entrances, and assistants kept fans far away from the shooting area. But somehow, a short clip slipped through. The footage showed a man dressed exactly like Menglong's character. Same flowing robes. Same hairstyle. Same sword prop. At first glance, it looked like the actor himself rehearsing a scene near a stone bridge built for the drama's setting. Then the man turned his face slightly toward the camera. It was not Menglong. Within minutes of appearing online, fans realized the clip showed a male stand-in, a body double used for difficult shots and lighting setups. Stand-ins are normal in film production, but what shocked viewers was how closely this one resembled the star. The resemblance was unsettling. Same height, same body language. Even a posture looked practiced. The leak spread across fan forums and video platforms like wildfire. Some viewers laughed it off, calling it an interesting behind-the-scenes moment. Others became strangely obsessed. They replayed the video frame by frame, analyzing every movement as if they were solving a mystery. Why did the stand-in look so similar? How long had he been working with the production? And why had the crew hidden him so carefully? One fan wrote that the man looked like a shadow version of Menglong. Another claimed the resemblance was too perfect to be coincidence. The production team quickly deleted several reposts and requested takedowns, but by then it was too late. Screen recordings had already spread everywhere. What made the situation even stranger was a rumor that surfaced the following day. According to several crew insiders posting anonymously, the stand-in had been used for more than just lighting rehearsals. He reportedly performed complicated sword movements during wide-angle scenes so the actor could rest between takes. That is common practice in film sets. Yet the rumor claimed something unusual. The stand-in had trained for months to copy Menglong's body language exactly, down to the smallest gestures. The internet immediately turned that detail into a conspiracy. Was the production secretly filming dangerous stunt scenes without the actor? Was the stand-in being used to replace him in certain shots entirely? The studio denied nothing but also confirmed nothing, which only made speculation louder. But just as the discussion reached its peak, another incident erupted, pulling attention in an entirely different direction. Thousands of kilometers away, a stadium concert was underway. Singer and actor Yang Qianxi, one of the most influential young stars in China, had launched the newest stop on his tour. The venue was enormous, packed with tens of thousands of fans waving glowing light sticks that turned the crowd into a sea of moving stars. His concerts are famous for cinematic stage design, massive screens, elaborate choreography, dramatic lighting effects. Yet during the middle segment of the performance, something unexpected happened. The stage lights suddenly dimmed until the stadium was almost completely dark. A slow, rhythmic drumbeat began echoing across the arena. The screens behind the stage displayed abstract symbols and rotating geometric shapes. At first, it looked like the beginning of an artistic interlude. Then, dancers appeared. They entered from the edges of the stage, wearing long black costumes that moved like shadows in the dim light. Instead of typical choreography, they began forming a slow circular pattern around the center platform where Yang Qianxi stood. Fans initially cheered, expecting a dramatic dance performance. But the movements grew stranger. The dancers knelt one by one in a spiral formation, lowering their heads while the drumbeat intensified. The stage lights turned deep red, casting long shadows across the floor. At the center, Yang Qianxi raised his arms, as if conducting the rhythm. The moment lasted less than a minute, but someone in the audience recorded it clearly. When the clip appeared online later that night, reactions exploded instantly. Some viewers described the scene as artistic theater, a symbolic representation of transformation used in modern stage performances. Others called it deeply unsettling. A few fans went further, labeling the moment a ritual-like performance. The debate became fierce. Supporters argued that large concerts often use dramatic storytelling elements and that viewers were exaggerating a simple choreographed sequence. Critics insisted the symbolism looked intentionally mysterious. The clip gained millions of views within hours. What made the timing extraordinary was how the two incidents began merging in online discussions. On several forums, users compared the atmosphere of the concert footage with the earlier leak involving Menglong's stand-in. Though the two events had no confirmed connection, the internet has a way of weaving separate stories into a single narrative. Threads began appearing with dramatic titles asking whether the entertainment industry was becoming stranger behind the scenes. Fans of both stars pushed back strongly, reminding everyone that rumors often grow wildly when short clips are taken out of context. Still, the fascination remained. Back on the drama set where Menglong had been filming, reporters began contacting the production team for clarification. A brief statement finally appeared 2 days after the leak. The studio explained that the man seen in the video was a professional stand-in hired for standard filming purposes. They emphasized that stand-ins are common in television production and that the actor himself performs all major scenes. The explanation seemed straightforward. But because the internet had already spent days turning the clip into a mystery, many people continued analyzing it anyway. Meanwhile, Yang Qianxi's concert team also addressed the controversy surrounding the performance segment. According to the creative director, the sequence represented a theatrical metaphor about inner struggle and rebirth, inspired by traditional storytelling elements and modern stage design. They explained that the dancers kneeling around the stage symbolized obstacles being overcome, while the rising drumbeat represented determination. Fans attending the concert in person confirmed that the moment felt powerful rather than disturbing when experienced live. Yet, as with most viral moments, the online conversation refused to disappear quickly. For several days, the two topics dominated entertainment headlines. The image of Menglong's nearly identical stand-in continued circulating as fans joked about the mysterious twin, while clips from Yang Qianxi's concert kept reappearing in edited compilations that amplified the eerie lighting and dramatic music. In reality, both events reflected something much simpler about modern celebrity culture. Every movement on a film set can be captured. Every moment on a concert stage can be recorded from dozens of angles. And once those fragments reach the internet, they can evolve into stories far bigger than the original scene. For Menglong, the incident quietly reminded fans that filmmaking is often an illusion created by dozens of hidden professionals working behind the camera. For Yang Qianxi, the debate showed how powerful stage imagery can be when viewed outside its full context. But perhaps the most fascinating part of the entire situation was not the stand-in or the concert performance. It was the speed at which two completely unrelated moments turned into a shared online mystery. In the age of constant recording and instant sharing, even the smallest glimpse behind the curtain can become the beginning of a story no one planned to tell. The storm surrounding the two incidents should have faded after the official explanations. In the past, that would have been the end of it. A statement from the studio, a clarification from the concert's creative director, and the internet would move on to the next trending topic. But this time, the story refused to disappear. Instead, it grew stranger. 3 days after the original leak from Menglong's drama set, a new clip surfaced online. Unlike the first video, which had been shaky and clearly recorded from a distance, this one appeared closer to the action. It showed the same stand-in walking across the set during a rehearsal break. What caught viewers' attention was not the man himself, but what happened around him. Several crew members addressed him by the actor's character name instead of calling him a stand-in. The tone sounded natural, almost automatic, as if they had done it many times before. Within minutes of the clip appearing, comment sections exploded again. Some viewers insisted it meant nothing. On film sets, people often stay in character while rehearsing scenes, and calling a stand-in by the character's name is not unusual. Others disagreed. They argued that the crew's behavior looked too comfortable, as though the stand-in had been performing far more scenes than anyone realized. The debate intensified when someone claimed to recognize the location of the set from a nearby apartment building. According to the anonymous poster, filming had continued late into the night on several occasions when Menglong himself was reportedly not present. The claim spread quickly across entertainment forums. Suddenly, fans began wondering if the production had relied on the stand-in more heavily than expected. No one had proof. Still, the idea fascinated people. On one popular discussion board, a user wrote that film productions often create the illusion that actors appear in every scene even when they are not physically present. Clever camera angles, careful editing, and body doubles can make almost anything look seamless on screen. Others responded by sharing examples from famous movies where stunt performers had replaced actors during dangerous sequences. Yet the rumor about Menglong's stand-in remained different. It was not about stunts. It was about resemblance. Frame-by-frame comparisons started circulating online. Screenshots from the leaked video were placed side by side with official promotional photos of Menglong. Fans studied the shape of the jawline, the posture of the shoulders, even the way the stand-in held the sword prop. Some said the similarities were incredible. Others insisted the camera angle was simply misleading. While the debate continued, another unexpected twist appeared in the story surrounding Yang Qianxi's concert. A fan who attended the show uploaded a longer recording of the controversial performance segment. The original viral clip had lasted less than a minute, but this new video showed the entire sequence from beginning to end. What viewers discovered changed the tone of the conversation. Before the dancers formed the now famous spiral formation, the stage screens displayed a short visual narrative. Abstract imagery slowly transformed into scenes of a figure walking through dark landscapes and rising from shadows. The symbolism suddenly made more sense. The dancers represented the darkness surrounding the character in the story, while Yang Qianxi's central position on the stage symbolized breaking free from it. Fans who had attended the concert began sharing their own videos, revealing that the moment was part of a longer artistic storyline woven throughout the entire show. For a brief moment, it seemed the controversy might finally calm down. But the internet had already turned the situation into something bigger. A new theory appeared in the middle of the discussions. Someone pointed out that both viral incidents involved carefully staged illusions. A stand-in perfectly mimicking an actor. A concert performance using symbolic imagery to create a dramatic emotional effect. The user wrote that modern entertainment had become so polished that audiences sometimes forgot how much planning and choreography existed behind every scene. The comment was meant as a reflection on the industry. Instead, it triggered another wave of speculation. People began questioning how often the public saw carefully crafted illusions without realizing it. In response, several industry professionals joined the conversation online, explaining how film sets and concert productions actually operate. A lighting technician described how stand-ins help crews adjust camera angles and lighting before the main actor arrives. A stage designer explained how dramatic symbolism is used in concerts to create emotional storytelling. Their explanations were calm and practical. Yet by the time they appeared, the viral storm had already shaped the narrative. For many viewers, the mystery was simply more exciting than the truth. Meanwhile, Menglong himself finally addressed the situation during a brief media appearance. When asked about the stand-in leak, he smiled and gave a surprisingly relaxed answer. He explained that the man seen in the video was a professional performer who had worked with several productions before. According to the actor, the stand-in's job was extremely demanding because he needed to match movements precisely so that lighting and camera tests looked accurate. Menglong even joked that the stand-in probably spent more hours wearing the costume than he did. The lighthearted response quickly circulated across entertainment news sites. Fans appreciated the calm tone. Many felt the actor's reaction finally brought the discussion back to reality. Yang Qianxi also spoke briefly about the concert controversy during an interview after the tour performance. He explained that the dramatic sequence had been inspired by stories about overcoming fear and pressure. According to him, the choreography represented a moment when a person confronts the weight of expectations before moving forward. His explanation matched what the creative director had already described. Slowly, the internet began to move on. New topics replaced the viral debates. Fresh celebrity stories took over headlines. The clips that once dominated discussion feeds started fading into the background of the endless online timeline. Yet the two incidents left behind a curious reminder about the modern entertainment world. Behind every polished scene on screen or on stage, there are dozens of hidden elements working together. Stand-ins helping shape a performance before the camera rolls. Dancers forming symbolic patterns under carefully designed lighting. Directors and choreographers crafting moments meant to evoke powerful emotions. When viewers catch small glimpses of those hidden layers, the results can feel mysterious or even unsettling. But more often than not, the truth is simpler. What appears strange in a short clip is usually just another piece of the enormous creative machinery that brings stories to life. And sometimes, the real drama happens not on the stage or the film set, but in the imaginations of the millions of people watching from their screens.